Before we begin, Victor, should we set the stakes?
The terms of this discussion have already been agreed to, Richards. You cannot wiggle off the hook now.
I'd never dream of it, Emperor, but such an event carries no meaning if it carries no weight. How can we argue for the future of our world, old friend, if that world won't change? Unless, that is, you're afraid you'll lose.
Behold, citizens, Mr. Fantastic. See how clumsily he attempts manipulation. See how transparently he tries to get what he wants. And see too how Doom is unafraid. For I do not bargain for what is already mine. And yet, Doom not only accepts your stakes, Richards. Doom raises them. I want only what is best for my world. And if you are what is best, Richards, then so be it. Should you win this discussion, old friend, Doom will step down. Now then, let us proceed. Let us, you and I, decide the fate of our world. In front of the planet, Reed and Doom discuss. They dispute, they contest. Both men command logic, but Doom can operate on an emotional plane, an interpersonal plane that Reed does not have easy access to. Reed and Doom can both win minds, but only Doom can win hearts. And so Reed deploys his only advantage given to him by Maria Hill.
I have persuasive evidence, Victor, that the events of the Blood Hunt, the very events I will remind our audience that led you both to the mantle of Sorcerer Supreme and of Emperor, could have been prevented. By you, sir. You knew what would happen. You knew how many people would die. And Victor, you let it happen.
Reed knows it's a hit. It should be a triumph. But something's wrong. Although Reed can't prove it, he has the distinct and stinging sensation that Doom is smiling under his mask. On December 7th, 1941, years before the Max Victorious, Japan struck America at Pearl Harbor, and the English leader Churchill, a man repeatedly considered the greatest prime minister in British history, and one of, if not the greatest Briton of all time, knew this attack was coming. Churchill faced a choice: warn the Americans and prevent the attack, thus prolonging the war indefinitely, or let events proceed, thereby drawing America into the conflict and hastening the fall of Hitler forever. His decision to keep it secret came too late for many of my people, already killed under the genocidal politics of Nazism. But it would lead to others, orders of magnitude more, including my family surviving the war. It was an impossible choice, but Churchill didn't shy from it. He made it, and he stood by it.
No, that was never proven. There's no evidence, even now, decades after the fact, that the Allies...
Nor has all the evidence been shared, Richards, and much of it has been destroyed. But Doom does not destroy his past, nor does he hide from its consequence. Doom stands before you, unapologetic for the impossible choice he made for your greater good. That is what leaders do, and it is what has saved us all. Reed Richards knows two things. The first is that what Doom just said is an emotional appeal, unsupported and unsupportable, blurring facts and feelings together. And the second thing he knows is that he is losing.
You've just repeated, Emperor, the remarkable claim that nobody can rule this world but you. But what evidence do you have to support that? For centuries before you, humanity has worked together to...
Evidence? You speak to me of evidence. Tony Stark's arc reactor technology could have given the world energy, clean, safe, boundless. Instead, he encases it deep within a weapon he wraps around himself, ensuring he is the only one who may wield it. The evidence is all around you, Richards. The evidence is the world as I inherited it. The Black Panther hoards his nation's wondrous gifts, insisting all beyond his jealously guarded borders are unready for this bounty. Storm could have consigned droughts, floods, and heat waves to history, yet she chooses not to. Instead, she helped terraform Mars and kept that world for herself. Your Avengers, of which she is now a member, a leader, floats above all us in a private space station, while the rest of us on Earth crawl and beg. And your mutant associates cured death, yet they never shared this cure. It was and remains an incalculable act of hate. Hank Pym could have ended hunger in a week, an afternoon. Yet your friend chose only to enlarge himself. These petty beings of endless avarice, Richards calls them allies. He calls them friend. And had they been permitted to ruin our world, they would have then simply voyaged onto a sea of parallel universes, leaving us to clean up their mess. Because unlike them, we have no chance to escape. And you, Mr. Fantastic, the smartest man in the world after Doom. And what do you do with your intellect? You share nothing, you publish nothing, you invent wonders and hoard them within the smallest group of all, your own family. You, Richards, you are the greatest disappointment of them all. Do not speak to me of history. I have studied it, understanding it as only those who have suffered under great men can. You gained your power under the world as it was, and thus have tremendous self-interest in keeping it exactly the same. Only Doom, vilified and attacked by you and your allies, could change things, because only Doom had nothing to lose. You would never permit him to gain it. Your greed, your thundering hubris ensured that only Doom could save the world. You created the one thing that could finally defeat you. Doom, Richards. Only Doom. Of course, Doom need not relegate the record of his opponent. I need only say...
I apologize, but I must interrupt. I have something I believe the world deserves to see. This is the first footage from inside Latveria anyone has seen in months. We now know why Victor sealed it off. He seeks only to hide his crimes.
Insolence, you dare to...
Yes, Victor, I dare. These people are being tortured.
You will give me that holographic projector and you will...
No, Victor, I will not.
Know this, citizens of Doom. These are volunteers, true loyalists, who agreed to sacrifice themselves for the good of everyone else. They are heroes, men, women who...
We are looking at children. You're robbing every one of your citizens of their life force, their future, and you are giving it to yourself. This is how your magic became so powerful. This is how you've been fueling every one of the spells you've cast. Victor, you're sacrificing your own people at the altar of yourself.
Yes, I am Reed. And I would sacrifice 1,000,000 more if I had to. These glories cannot be achieved otherwise. You oblivious fool! There is a cost to greatness, Richards. And it must be paid by everyone. The bargain is fair. It gives us our peace and wealth. We are safe. We are happy.
At the expense of the lives of everyone else.
The means are more than justified by the ends.
If these horrors are so justified, then why, Victor, do you hide them?